Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. As you can tell from the title, we're doing things slightly different today. I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this gorgeous look on Maureen, and I'm also going to be giving you a story time on how I almost became a stepmom. So let's get into it. So we're starting off obviously with clean skin. Maureen has really gorgeous skin, and if you don't know her, she's actually the owner of Bandari Beauty. So I started off here with just cleaning her face, and then we went with eyes first, and then we did skin later on. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I do tend to do the skin first and the eyes later. It's all according to preference. Going in with a primer spray, some setting powder for her eyebrows, and then a brow pomade. This one is from Shop with Talia, and the brand name is Hegai and Esther. So let's get into the story. So I was in uni a couple of years ago, I think 2014, and before then I was living obviously at my dad's house, and while I was there I met another guy, and let me tell you guys, the guy was hot, the guy was scrumptious, the guy looked good, the guy had looks, he had the gumption, he had everything. And I remember just being so dazed. Don't worry, my son is in the background. I remember just being so dazed and just so impressed by him, by his good looks. He smelled good, he had a car, like he dressed well, like everything was just so nice. So we started, I wouldn't call it dating, but we started like seeing each other here and there. Like he would call me when he was free and I would come, like we would go maybe have a bite to eat. And this whole time, ananikatia tu, ananiambia my words, ananiambia my feelings of aluminum soup, and I'm the best thing that has ever happened to him. The only Githeri, the only the only bean in his Githeri. And at that time I'm like, man, and then I've actually not dated a lot of guys before, so it was quite a nice experience for me to actually be interested in a guy who was interested in me, because a lot of times the guys who are interested in me sikuanga rada yao. Number one, because my father, and number two, because I just really skipped that phase where girls were really into guys and they are like, oh my gosh, am I this boy? I was just need to skip your phase. So now, before I joined uni, I met this guy. Let's call him what? Let's call him Patrick. Yes, if you're a Patrick, apologies to you. So let's call him Patrick. So I met Patrick, everything is going well, and then I really started developing like very strong feelings for him, because I was like, you know what, this is the guy, this is the one. Every time I'm with him I feel too manze. He's my soulmate. I feel like he's the one. He's meant to be my husband. Do you know Nairobi? Do you know character development? But before we get to that, so he used to come to my university. I nilifanya KU, Kenyatta University. So when I was in first year, he used to come with a car, and then like we would chill, and then he'd give me stories about how his day has been. All this time, by the way, I don't know what he does. Najatu anafanya some sort of transportation. But Mimi, I'm just so in love. What I mean, Charlie, what you do, as long as you're just healthy and still as good looking. That time was really superficial, you guys. So he used to come to my uni, we chill. When I would go for my breaks, we would go out. So one time, and I remember I had asked him, so like, are you dating anyone? Because in Nairobi, you have to ask, are you dating anyone? Does somebody identify you as their husband, stroke boyfriend, stroke partner, stroke whatever? And he was like, no. I asked him, do you have any kids? He was like, no. How can you even ask me that? I'm a young guy. And whether he looked like a young guy. Oh yeah? You guys. So one time he called me to another restaurant. This is like months after dating. And now Mimi, I am fully invested in the relationship. So he calls me into another restaurant, and then he tells me, hey, I want us to talk. I think we had dated almost for like maybe 9 months. And me, I'm like, okay, let me go. Maybe he wants to tell me, how to profess his love, how I am the best thing that has ever happened to him in his life. Oh my gosh. So I go. I was actually like in between my class, so I went. It was there in town, and then he called me. He ordered some food. We ate. And then he proceeded to tell me, the normal, shenanigans about how I'm the best thing that has ever happened to him, how he's so glad he met me, how he doesn't know what he was doing without me. And I'm over there just smiling like, yeah, I know, I'm amazing and you're amazing too, and we are meant to be. Until he tells me that, so there's something that I really wanted to tell you. So I'm like, okay, Sawa, what is it? So he tells me, actually, like this whole time that we've been dating, there's something that I really wanted to tell you. Like, I didn't know how you would take it. And also, I wanted to know, listen to this, guys. I wanted to know if you were the right girl for me. I was like, what? I thought I was the right girl by the time I saw you. Like, I was like, how dare you? I was like, okay, keep composure, Michelle. Keep composure. So I was like, okay, Sawa. So what is it that you wanted to tell me? So he tells me that, so I'm actually a dad to this little boy. I think he was like 6 years old or 5 years old at the time. And he even showed me a picture, guys. And ushaisikia machozi moto zinaingia kwa macho. I was like, what? But unajua pia utakangi kuonyesha msi ati unamlike sana ndo asione ni kama ati ame destroy your feelings for him, mama. So me, I'm over there just playing because I'm like, so why didn't you tell me? He's like, oh, I just wanted to know if you're the one, and I didn't know how you'd react. For a bit so that I can know that if you'd really be down for me. It was at that moment that I decided that I will not, in fact, be down for this man who had lied to me. And by the way, this is not to say that it's wrong to be a stepmom or anything. It's just that the initial way that we had started off our relationship was with a lie. So me, I'm over here knowing this guy is single, he doesn't have kids, he is available for me. And here he is telling me that not only does he have a kid, but kwanza mtoto wake for almost a teenager. So nikameza tu mate, nikamaliza soda yangu polite na nikamwambia, you know what? I actually have a class to attend, so let me go and then we'll talk later. Guys, kiwaru nilikuwa nasikia because this was the guy of my dreams. Kiwaru nilikuwa nasikia. Okay, the only disadvantage was like he was the same height as me. But you know what is tall, dark and handsome? What is tall, dark and handsome? Can't he be short, light and handsome as well? Maybe that is who God has selected for me. Nakwambia nikatoka kwa hiyo restaurant, I was so dazed and like niwanga na machozi kwa macho. I could not believe what he had just told me. And I remember it was hapo karibu na Imenti house. Guys, I was so out of, like, hata sikanga nafikiria. I walked, nika cross barabara, karibu nigongwe na matatu. Because of what? Because of a man. Because of a... Hey, my gosh. Karibu nigongwe na matatu, so nikapita, and then nasikia beep, kidogo nikitantu hivi, like literally the matatu iliniacha by like inches literally. Walikuanga God and protect. And then like people in the matatu wananishautia na nini madam, mbona uangalia pale unaenda? Me in my mind I'm just like, do you know how I've been heartbroken? The man of my dreams has told me that he is not who he said he was. And after that, safe to say, niliwachana na stories zake, sikuwa na pickle zake. Thank God he didn't know where my hostels were. Najua angekwanga nashinda kikojuko. And slowly by slowly I just distanced myself because I felt like I was very immature at the time to start becoming anybody's stepmom. So yeah, na hivyo ndio story yangu na huyo Patrick. But his real name is not Patrick, but obviously just a hide ID. And yeah, that is how I almost became someone's stepmom again. Guys, junajua mtanikuja kwa comments saying this or that. There's nothing wrong with being a stepmom. In fact, it's very commendable for those men and women who choose to take on the responsibility of children who are not their own. It's just that at the time for me, I was a 18-year-old, I think 18-year-old girl, and I was not ready for that. So, and by the way, I didn't mention, when he was telling me that whole story, he told me, because I asked him, and what about the baby mama, like the mother to your kids? He was like, you know what, no, we co-parent, we're not even in a relationship, like that relationship is over. And you know what, and I'm shuku because chances are, probability is that That girl was just at home knowing that she has her man outside, ameenda kuhustle na ameenda kwa huko nje na kati ya wasichana wa university. So yeah, and then also, do you remember I had told you guys that he was into transportation and that the car was his, and he used to go long distances due to take what? Wongo. I came later to discover that it was actually his boss's car. And to this day, I still don't know what this guy does. I still do not know what this guy does. And I I pray we never meet again, because yani nilishanga hiyo siku. I could not believe it. So let me know, guys, in the comment section, have you ever had a similar experience, especially when dating in Nairobi? And what is the toughest lesson that ushai learn while dating in this Canairo? And tuchanuane up or down in the comment section. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my story and watching this video. So let's just get back to the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.